Greetings. How you doing out there? Looks like it's me, Merrick, and Allie right now, if I see this correctly. Um, Today I'm gonna work on the Lord of the Isle scene a little bit and try to fluff up the deserted island. I have to replace the trees and get some brush and stuff in there as well. And then I'm going to put in place hopefully, I'm going to put in place the basement hatches for that. And I think that um, I think that the basement hatches we want to use on the various islands are not available as player decos, so I might actually have to set them up to be interactable. So we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, this is the houseboat. The I believe this was a um, founder reward for a pledge, and I'll show this. This is our headquarters for the Bug Brigade in Arteris. It's my office upstairs, and then we have the other bug moderators downstairs, Justin and Ali and Econdas. And we might be hanging out a help wanted sign sometime in the near future. But so this is our current headquarters. We have it all set up here. So that way, and we are on the houseboat, so that way we could actually move to other cities, float around a little bit, go on tour, as it might be. So get this over here so I can see the chat. So there you go. Now, as Ali said, we have the bug rewards displayed on it as well. So if you come on down and check it out anytime, we're down at the docks. And here we have a table with the table itself is one of the bug rewards, and then an ant farm. If you get close enough, you can see that the ants are actually crawling around, and various other bug rewards. Yeah, it's like a garage sale. So, in fact, speaking of rewards, I am very late. I missed another. Once in a while, I get so overloaded that I don't keep on schedule with the bug rewards. So, last month I actually didn't send them out. So this week I'm sending them out for both last month and this month, and I'll be working on that later on tonight, getting those out. So that's done as well. I got a lot of silly maintenance things that get in the way of doing the fun stuff. And that includes the physical rewards, which are for the pledges. And that is an ongoing process that we're coming to a close, actually. Uh, June 30th will be the last day that we accept any new requests for physical rewards that are tied to pledges and or anything that's owed to people that they have not gotten. And we're hoping to get all the stuff out that we do have record of by the end of July. And that'll take up, yeah, it is. It's definitely coming up quickly. I have a few emails left to respond back to, but pretty much everybody's handled. We've been sending out boxes this month, so I have to take an assessment of what's going on, and I'll be streaming again probably Monday or Tuesday, and I'll give an update on where we are and that type of stuff. It's definitely a handful that are left, not too many at all. So, and So, with all that said, I am going to go into the editor now, and we'll just hang out here. We'll bring up the editor. Now, how do you guys like the new backdrop here? So, if I close this out, then yeah, I still have more to there. So, I don't have the sigil on there anymore, and I did some graphic work last night to update this. Merrick was hanging out with me while I was doing this, egging me on. So, yeah, I'll buy you a sandwich from Bucky's, no problem. So, where was I? Got this. Bring this up, and I still have yet to get my OBS set up exactly how I want it. I'm even thinking you guys don't need to see the file names and stuff on the bottom left-hand corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to even make this bigger. So I think I could cover up the stuff that's in the. Let's do this. Yeah, there. That's I think that's as big as it can get without making it look weird because it's stretched. In fact, I'll lock that in. Okay. Now it's as big as I can make it there. When I go into the scene, we'll make the screen bigger too. So okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate that. All right, so let me go ahead and load the scene, and we'll start. I'll start walking you through what I'm going to do here. Unity is not the quickest program in the face of the planet. In fact, it's revving up my fan right now while it's trying to figure out what it's going to do. Assuming that it took my load command. I'm still waiting. Oh, that's right. You know what? All right. Actually, it's not showing. Yeah, all right. That would be nice, actually. If anybody wants to donate a machine, go for it. But what's happening here now is that I did a synchronization with our database, our chunk database, so it just took a little longer for it to come up. Normally, it's actually pretty quick on this one. I'm running an i9. This is I want to say 10th generation. It's either ninth or 10th generation i9. And it definitely comes up a lot quicker than most of the machines that we've been working on in the past. So a lot of the team members are actually going through upgrade cycles now. Chris, of course, he was kind of forced into it. His box died, so he's just updated, and I think he's on 11th generation. Um, and so he's now seeing the benefits of having a current machine. A bunch of the other devs are actually still working on older generation boxes as well. But as I said, I know at least two of them just upgraded. So getting around, everybody getting up to be current stuff. Okay, so basically, I think that you guys all know the story. Everybody who's here now of the Lord of the Isle basement scene. and it's getting closer and closer every day. I work on it a little bit more and to being done. But this island has not really been touched very much at all. As I said, the last time I was streaming, one of the things I need to do is get rid of this box right here. This represents a flock of birds that is so thick that it's like an Alfred Hitchcock movie. So I need to get into my VFX listing and figure out which one it is. There it is, Deserted Island. So that one's actually going to go away. I'm going to just turn it off for now. And that way, when I do my final sweep and I go to get rid of the things I turned off, it will remind me that I need to go back here and put something in for the birds. Like I have this is a flock of birds that's hovering over a flock of fish, and there'll be a fishing hot spot in that area as well. So, some visual cues so you know where the fishing is. So basically, as I said, the trees that are here are not deemed not good enough for production, so they're going to come out, and I need to put new trees in. Um, this is my current palette that I was using as I go through and place stuff. So I'm going to go over to the Blood Bay scene, and I'm going to go shopping and go see what assets I could find that I could use. So Blood Bay, and of course it's probably not named any. Yeah, it's not named Blood Bay. So the actually List and Sanyo, they deem them not worthy. They apparently um, they're expensive and they don't look as great as they could, and there's a collision problem with them, stuff like that. So nothing that we couldn't fix, I'm sure, but if we have other trees that are working, then I'll go ahead and use those. Um, I might still slip in a few of these because I like the way they look, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Hmm. Um, all right, I got to get the scene name, so I have a list of all the scenes here and their translations. Okay, there it is. I got it. And of course, Unity is deciding to collate more stuff while I'm sitting here waiting. Oh yeah, funny you mentioned a volcano. There is gonna probably be something along those lines. This is supposed to be and of course I forget the right word for it, but it's a series of islands that are created by a volcano. And as you can see over here, there's a lot of black rock, and that's because there is supposed to be a volcano here. My original plan was something a little bit more complex, but the um, the water is actually causing a problem with the tech that I wanted to do something. So I'm gonna still have something here. Yeah, that's it. Uh, yeah, that archipelago. Yeah, that. So I'm gonna do something before I get the scene finalized. I'll probably have something erupting from the water over here in this corner. Is, you know, why not? It's just not going to be as expansive as I wanted it to be. Okay, so looks like now I can type again. So I actually save because I did make that change on purpose. And we'll go over to Blood Bay. All right, here we are, Blood Bay. Now there is something I can do in Unity. It's it's some kind of neat. I could actually open up both scenes at the same time, and then I could drag assets from one scene to another. So I may actually go ahead and do that. I figured go shopping first. So these are the better trees. What was do we have? Yeah, I think in the perennial coast, right? We have uh, oh man, for some reason the word is escaping me, but you know, like it's like a reed type of thing. Merrick, help me here. What's the cane type of plant I'm thinking about? All right, so these trees look like they're all pretty much the same. Bamboo, that's the one. Thanks, Allie. Yeah, so I think we have bamboo someplace in the game. I have to replace all the cattails that I put into the scene because wrong region. So we're gonna have to replace those with bamboo. Stop that. All right, so as far as tropical trees, it looks like there's just this one type here. I don't think I want to put in marshy type trees. Yeah, so it's really just this one type of tree. Um, Now the question is, are these painted details or are these trees? Okay, so yeah, these are palm cocoa. So these are the two that I want. Palm cocoa's 3 and palm cocoa's 4 is what he's got in here. So we'll see if there's more palm cocos in the asset list. That's not enough for me to load the other scene and drive up my CPU temperature. uh, so we'll go back over to the scene and no trees defined. All right. If I understand correctly, yeah, you can't see the pop-up windows. So I got a pop-up window that's going to ask me to assign a tree. So I'm going to do a search for the tree prefab here. palm cocoa. See how many we actually have here. All right, so we have four different palm cocos to choose from. I'll add all four of them into the palette. And this will take a little bit to do. Oh, you think it might be something different too? Bamboo might not be the right thing, huh? That was palm one, right? Two. Yeah. And I can't add more than one at the same time. I guess this is the one of the good reasons why I should just copy it from the other scene by loading both scenes. Okay. Add tree. Let's get the fourth one in. Okay, there we go. So now there's I could do something like that and just starts populating trees like crazy. Use the sliders and change. So I can make a full-blown forest pretty quick this way. You can see as move away, they shrink back because of the LOD, which is actually probably not exactly what is intended. Yeah, strong winds area. Yeah, that's right. They all grew up. It's well, it is a deserted island. It's just flat, so the winds constantly trade winds. So they grew up all slanted. All right, now let's see. I could control. All right, so I could just get rid of the trees there that I put in. Now these trees that I put down, these are actual assets, not painted on. The painted on trees are we call it well we call them, but they're speed trees, and they get baked into the scene and they're extremely cheap, so they do not affect the performance as much as trees like this that are placed in individually. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work here to get these in and get them in correctly. And there's going to be height variations on this stuff, so I might have to create new copies of this stuff too. I could edit this tree. Okay, no, this does not have what I was expecting. So I guess the heights are going to just be baked in with that, and that's it. On grasses and other things, I could change the heights. So yeah, that's true. These palms are like holograms. You could just walk right through them. Uh, they tend to not have any collision at all, which I kind of thought was a good thing. um, to be honest with you, but you know, it doesn't actually stick with the standards that we have. So I'm gonna have to. No, yeah, nope, stop that. I need to get out of the terrain thingy. Sandbar, lighthouse, deserted island. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually just turn off all of my trees. Oh, there. So let's see, there's still a couple of trees left. Figure out which ones these are. Oh, MacArthur palms. And that's still not them. Man, I have a lot of trees in here. Well, at least I'm down to this small grouping, but I don't know which ones these are. Interesting. All right, yeah, that definitely needs to go away. And that one, all right, those plants I'm going to leave. That one goes away. That one and that one. Okay, so now I have everything hidden except for these trees, and I don't know why these trees. These must have been put in and are not in the right section. I have everything kind of organized on the left side here, and all the trees should be in the deserted aisle, but apparently they're not. What a pain. Shovel, docks. I think that would have to be this. But no, it's that plant over there. I guess I'll find them later. It's got to be in one of the other sections. I don't have any other trees in the whole scene, so probably just got stuck into an area by mistake. Okay, so let's do this. Start over here. And my concept is still the same. I want to make a wall of trees, varying height stuff, so the uh, so that way it creates kind of like a wall of green. So I'll go back and we'll try to paint these trees in and see what happens now. Um, so my brush size, I'm going to actually do it at 1. And let's just see how that works. Okay, good. We get 1 tree. Yay. I think that's funny that as I get closer to them, they grow. I wouldn't think that that's actually intended. Okay, we got the one that's really slanted and one that's not quite slanted. Is this one? Oh, wow. All right. Well, got a nice tall one there. All right, so let's just do this then. Do a little bit of randomization. I think what I had done originally was like kind of a U shape around this and left this side open so it just goes out right out to a beach. That way the players can decorate that how they want. If they want to put more trees in to close up the loop or something, they could do that. So, all right, I'll try the palm fronds since I'm here, but I don't really know if that's going to work. It's kind of finicky. Yeah, so it's going to the sky dome if I do that. These things are just a pain in the neck. So it goes back to the terrain. I'll find them later. I'll have to search the asset list in the scene, find them. But well, yeah, that's true. But the island would look extremely bare otherwise. Want to have something in here. Let's see. That does work. But nothing in here is short enough. I want something shorter as well. So I have to tree height. There we go. Oh, it is checked off for random. Make some short trees. There you go. Look at that. And it is randomizing them apparently. Make them a little bit taller. And in no way do I think this will end up being the final thing either, because there are other plants that I just got to review with list and see if they're okay to put in, banana trees and some other ground cover type of plants, ferns and stuff that would stick to the ground. So, all right. Oh, cool. That's the range of randomness. Oh, then this is going to be the other issue is that there is no the LODs are preventing them from being visible from a distance anyway. So that kind of makes me have to rethink the whole concept then. Because if they're not visible at a distance, then I don't know if it's really worth even putting the trees in. Maybe I will leave the whole island empty. Yeah, actually, that's the thing is I think that they're not happy with the stuff, the vegetation that's in the pot templates, and they're trying to get away from the older scenes and put in newer stuff that they've discovered that's better for the game. So, but with this, I got to figure out see if I'm painting these in, then I'm bound by the LODs that are tied to the terrain, and I will not be able to have distance on these things. It's interesting. Hmm. I think I'm gonna run this to see. In fact, I'm gonna 25. We're just gonna go ahead and fill this island up a little bit here, just as an experiment. Which one was the tall one? There. Kind of already know the answer, right? As I back away from it. Let's start this up and see what it looks like. Yeah, there might be a way to change the cull distance on them. So we'll go into the scene right now, and we'll see what's visible and what's not. And I suspect that nothing's going to be visible from the other islands. If that's the case, then it's not going to be too helpful for me. I'm going to have to talk to List about it and see what kind of trees other than these or what we can do to make it so that way there's a third level LOD that shows something at a distance. Oh, they're baked in as it is. I'm painting the trees onto the terrain, so they are baked. That's the end of that, right? All right, so actually it looks like I can see stuff. Look at that. Let's change the date and time here. Do noon so we can see. And yeah, so actually the trees are visible from here. Right, exactly. Yeah. Because I'm painting them on, they're not but also that's the reason why they're not going to be high performance hits because they're painted in. I'm actually going to go take the island, go over to the deserted island on the skiff. So it's just in the editor that they were acting flaky like that. Well, granted, as I walk around, I see the trees are moving. Gotta love that. Yeah, I don't know. Which one was it that you were looking at? Somewhere over here, someplace? Tree. Where is it? It's tree light map static. Light mapping, that sounds like it might have to do with shadows and stuff like that. Heck, that might even have something to do with this growing effect thing. But um, yeah, this isn't bad. Uh, and of course they have collision. Yay! And the collision is not boxy either. It's right up to the. Oh, that one doesn't have collision. This one does. Yeah. Yeah, collision's right at the base of the tree, so that's good. Where am I? So the one that didn't have collision might be from my. No, I'm on the wrong side of the island, but for that, it was over here, right? These are the trees that were here before. Yeah, I can walk through those. Those are the ones I have to get rid of. But it looks like one of the trees from that set doesn't have collision assigned to it. So that might be easy to fix and take care of that problem. Not that it's really a problem if you ask me, if they're that thin of a trunk, you know, that's just like in, Ultima Online, you could run through the trees, certain ones that you could get through because then that way, even though it looks like you're in a thick forest, you're not going to be sitting there bumping into things every 5 seconds. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to get this thing to be the wall of foliage that I want it to be. I suppose I could, but I really need to get, there's some plants on the ground. Otherwise, you're going to see this and be able to see through. I want to be able to put stuff in so that way it becomes a nice thick wall of trees to make it have privacy. And the island is definitely big enough that having those trees out there are not going to impact the player's ability to deco and do stuff with the island. So yes, I want that ground cover, absolutely. So I might just start throwing that in and see, if when we go through our world building review, if it gets flagged as a problem or not. So, but okay, good. So this is what I wanted to see as far as this is concerned. So we'll get it out of the scene and start putting I'll clean up the middle here and start putting in more trees around the edges. See if I would like to have some variation though, not just cocoa palms. Yeah, so I don't know what else is available in the prefabs for painting. I'm gonna check that out right now, actually. Yeah, there's definitely other palm trees in here. Oh, let's add one of these things, see what happens. Get out of the game. I can see from here that that has some pink on it, so that might not be a good thing. All right, let's get rid of the forest in the middle. Okay. I don't think I want that many of them, even for a test. All right, things playing cleanup again. Waiting for Unity is half my life. Yeah, no texture for the trunks, so that's not going to work. Tree, remove tree, add tree. We'll see what other trees. Well, that one doesn't have pink, so that's a good sign. Oh, I like that. That's nice. That should give me the foliage I'm looking for. Some of it. Let's see here. Tree height. Do. Make these random as well. Just a little sprinkling. I can see these trees are actually blocking. I can't put anything in there. Okay. Let's see what other kind of trees can I get in here. This thing is not giving me a. Oh yeah, all the archaea. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Palm trees all have pink trunks, so they are definitely not viable. Mangrove, no, mangrove trees are swampy areas, right? I could put potted plants in. Yeah, so that's not going to be what we want here. Um, that was cat palm one. There's a cat palm two that I could throw in. I'll throw in the cat palm two. See how that works. Oh, they're more bushier, I guess. Okay. Bring this down to one. All right, so this is definitely better than what I had before. Still not happy with lack of variation. I want more variation. Basically means I'm gonna have to take some time to do a lot of research. But I think that looks pretty good as far as, having natural vegetation. All right, I'm gonna run the game again, see what this actually looks like in the game. See what you guys think. So I got that little marsh area in front of the castle, and it's currently populated with, grasses and cattails, and that's more of a northeast type of, thing. So, or even, wherever in the center of the country, but um, not tropical. So I got to figure out what to do there, and that's why I thought that um, bamboo might be the right thing, but I don't know. I don't know what I should put there. Okay. Wow, they're bigger than I thought. Heh. If I leave these in, I'm gonna have to put in like actual sandy path going through the trees type of thing, getting into the area. So, there's no collision on the ground stuff, so that's good. What do you guys think? Too tall, or I mean, are you guys on board with what I'm thinking to do here? Having, a bit of a, I guess what we used to call that, like a windbreak or whatever, right? Hedgerow type of deal. Yeah, that functioning machete, I'm sure it's coming any minute now, Merrick. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking sandy path through there. So okay, that's the key thing. I want to know if you like the vibe. So that's cool. Thanks. Um, yeah, because some of these are obviously huge, but they're not blocking you from anything. I like it, but that doesn't mean that anybody else will. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more tree stuff. Some of these bent trees I want to have coming out, aiming out towards the water, that type of thing. Where they're here, where they have taken hold and then trying to creep out to get the sunlight, that type of thing. Definitely have to do a little bit more work on the beach fronts on this island as well. This is a little too steep for sand. The island will probably grow a little bit when I'm done. All right. Yeah, it should be. Well, but yeah, putting resource nodes in here would be a problem, I think. All right. So I've done enough of trees for the moment. I'll definitely come back and keep filling things in here. Um, Yeah, I mean, this is, I mean, I could do everything with the same type of tree. I'd rather not. I'd like to have some variation in the types of foliage. Um, I don't want to go too crazy though before I talk to the list to make sure that I am using approved tree types. And then because I could sit here and place one tree at a time and vary my height manually and make sure that I get the blockage that I want. So it could be done. It's just a matter of how much time I want to spend on it. And uh, I'm willing to do that. I just don't want to do it and then realize that I could have put in varying species of trees, um, and, that type of thing. So I definitely want to make sure I have a range of trees in here first. So let's see about hooking up some teleporters. Um, Now, the metal drains, the sewer drains that I need to put in, I have to look and see. I have a note here from somebody who tells me where one is, so I have to go find it. I'm feeling so worn out. Hmm. Uh, Resurrection. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, that's true too. There has to be at least one Chaos Resurrection on each one of the islands. So I do need to put those in. Um, Actually, ugh. Saiko, thank you for the follow. Yeah, let me before I get squirreled on that, hold that thought. We'll put in Chaos Resurrection as well, but I'm trying to find the note that I had here for this. Come on, close. There we go. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. Okie dokie. All right, we're gonna go over and check out another scene here to hijack some artwork. Going to Resolute and check out there's a sewer entrance next to the crafting pavilion, so we'll go check that out and find out what the asset is for it. So, write some of this stuff down, and then that way I can grab that. As I said, I think that that's just a prefab, and I'll probably have to make it interactive. Okay, where are we? And there it is. Apparently there's two of them in the scene. Copy. Actually, I copy it right here. Um, no, I don't want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. Sword kit, sword rain, sword kit. Go back to the Lottie scene. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, I guess I'll stick with the deserted island, and we will stick in. This is where I want to put the entrance to the dungeon. There's going to be a series of catacombs underneath the island, or the islands, as it were. So, all right, and we'll go with, I think the dark one is the one that we want. There we go. I'm probably gonna have to edit the terrain a little bit. Get this thing in. Yeah, because we don't want, we want it to stay black. If I bring it down too far, then the sand will show through it. Um, yep. There you go. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm going to need to do is I'll have to edit the terrain a little bit, bring the terrain up around it, so that way it's solid in there. And I don't know if I want it that close to the water anyway, so I'm going to probably put it up here. Out right there. And go to the terrain. Set height and as long as the thing is not floating anywhere, then I'll be happy. This looks like this is going to work. I just need to um, move it. There we go. There. Now it's meeting the sand everywhere, and it's still blackness. So now we have it in the right spot. When I'm done, I have to move it in my hierarchy into the right spot, but right now I'm going to leave it where it is while I make it into a teleporter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat because, you know, it's the best way to do things, and find find what I've set up for the other basement hatch in the mansion. Basement hatch. So what I really need to do is go in here and find all of the stuff. So it's the interactive teleporter script that I need. And I'm going to basically copy that component, which I don't think yeah, I can there. Copy component. Then I go back to the sewer kit and add component. Can I do it this way? No. All right, so if I'm copying the component, why won't it let me paste the component? Hmm. Never tried to do that before. But so what I really want is the interactive teleporter script. Okay, cool. Now I could put in the targets and all that, and the thing should operate. Now the question is, does this have? If this doesn't have collision, I'm gonna need to give it collision, and I don't think it does. Yeah, you'd probably give it a cylinder, right? Yeah, I know. Well, it's because I'm not sharing the whole monitor. I can't. So it's just that's the way Unity works, Mr. Merrick. Hmm. Okay, so um, yeah, so I gotta give it a collider as well. But that can wait. That's not a big important thing actually at this point. So yeah, so I have to create an object for the destination. Each teleporter is going to have a destination for it, and just looking at this one here. Are these all together? Yeah, exits and teleporters are all grouped together in my scene. So I need to go and create an object down underneath, and this is where you end up when you come from the deserted island into the dungeon. So we'll create a empty object, and that's going to be at 000, I think, right? Yeah. So -5 minus 3.6. -5 minus 3.6. All right, where did it go? No, yeah, no, still up there. All right, so that's about where I want you to show up. Enough height over the floor that when you show up, you'll basically like, just kind of drop down a little bit and land. And that's that. So now I just rename this to, well, it's actually Catacombs. I renamed this since then. Catacombs. Spaces are a bad thing. All right. Okay. Now, um, go over to the island itself and click back on my asset. And my mesh renderer, where is my, oh, I'm too deep in, that's why. Yep. Okay. And the target for player will be this thing. I just have to drag it in from wherever the heck it was. Exits and da da da. There it is. And just drag it in. And there you go. So now that should work. Now, optionally, I could set it up that NPCs, if NPCs were in the scene, can actually use the teleporter as well. That's why some NPCs can actually use ladders in certain adventure scenes and stuff. So they have their own abilities separate from that. So there we go. And that's all we need. Now, with this particular one, I want to actually put an abandoned wrecked boat like kind of over it, and then you click on the boat and it moves out of the way and then reveals that the tunnel is there. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that done. I gotta see if I could get that made because we don't have it in the system right now. Um, while we're here, we'll go ahead and we'll put in the Chaos Resurrection. I'm thinking that we only need one at each dock. One of the intentions for this island is to do PvP capture the flag. So it kind of makes sense that you would either resurrect at this dock or at this dock. So I think that's what we're going to do. Um, yeah, the question is, what's that called? Yeah, it's not chaos. So we have to go look this up and see what it is. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself like that not loud enough. So if my volume gets low or something, let me know. Is it? It may be. You know what? Actually, resurrection is probably the right word to resurrection. Yeah, resurrection. Sure, resurrection. Well, that's just the animation for it. So, as with most things in this game, the asset naming does not match what the heck it does. So, yeah, if it was Resurrection Chaos, well, was that two S's or no? Yeah, no, I got that right. Right? Resurrection. Yeah. So if it was Resurrection anything or anything Resurrection, it would come up, and that's the only thing that's coming up. So I just need to go down to my item listing. Oh, I actually was supposed to do a QA refresh this weekend too. I forgot. So many things to do. Uh, yes. Okay. Two R's. That's why. Um, yeah. And I want to make sure this is. It says the deco versions of these, they actually work, right? The Chaos Resurrection. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then we'll add that in. But yeah, then this I don't think this is the right one. I'm gonna have to find the right. Well, you know what I need to do is I just need to go to Blood Bay and look at what's in Blood Bay. So, which of course Blood Bay is not called Blood Bay. Yeah. Where is my? Why is this not bringing up my scenes? Oh, it's down there. Okay. All right. Copy. Hmm. Well, is it a random? It's a random spot near one of the random Chaos Resurrection points, not just a random spot, right? That's my understanding. I'm not a PvPer, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, that would be my expectation. Okay, so the question is, uh, exits and teleporters. Actually, I think it's in global. Hmm. Yeah, Ox. There we are. Chaos. Resurrection location. Yeah, so it's not the display one, it's this different thing. Chaos Resurrection location. Okay. Yay, science. Hey, I like doing that type of stuff. Okay, go back down here. Resurrection. Unless they renamed them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably put these in last. Actually, let me see what do I got in here. Global, 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 global. Ox. So I got these. ANKH. There we go. Oh, resurrect, not resurrection. All right. So that's what I want. All right, there you go. That's a regular one. Yeah, yeah. But I gotta put the regular ones in too. I only have to put in one for each island for the for regular. So, chaos. Yeah, and that's not showing up, which is weird. All right, there it is. And yeah, okay. So that should do that, and then we'll put another chaos one over here. And I do have to move these into the Onks container. All right, I think this is the one that's there, right? Yeah, okay. Gotta rename these things. And that is gonna be the, where's my, oh, south. It's west. It's the west dock. And then our chaos one, same thing. Deserted, Isle West. Deserted, oops, Isle North. Hmm, spelling, it's a wonderful thing. All right, there we go. All right, so since we're here, did that. And I guess I need to get the XYZ coordinate for this thing. Minus 572, 6, 431.39. So really what I want to do is, I'm going to want to land somewhere near here. But I don't want to, the right way to do this would be to run the game right now, go in there, find out what my LOC is like standing next to this thing. But a little bit lazy, so I'm going to just go down here and set the coordinates on the ladder, which I have to remember if well, you wouldn't get stuck because all the ladders right now bring you back to the mansion. So, but obviously I want them to bring you back to where you're supposed to be. One-way ladder, one-way ladder. Yeah, that's right. Okay, one-way ladder. Target up. There we go. So target up, target up. NPC. Hmm. I don't think that's right. Could be right, but I don't think it's right. Desert Island, blah, 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 blah. Let's look at this one here. Yeah, well, of course that's going to have the same, it's the same destination. But I would have sworn that this would have been a different, yeah, that. Right, 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 right. So I need to create another teleporter destination box up by the, up in the island. This is something I haven't done in a while. I had to remember how to do this. Okay, so we're going to make a thing up here. That could be arranged if you really want to. I'll just put you out in the middle of no place. Um, I'll put you outside of the player domain too, so that way you can swim forever. Okay, right, right. So exits and teleporters. Go in here. Create an empty game object, and then can I do that? No. There's got to be a better way of. Every time I create one of these, it goes over to 000. Now, the one thing that's good here is that I know the coordinates for this, negative 572, 431. Minus 532, 431. Yep, there it is. Got closer. Gotta love 3 dimensions. think that's a good spot, right? I mean, it's a little high, but grab a soda. All right. You definitely jump down a few years, so yeah. Come on, get down to the right light height. All right, that should do it. We'll use that spot. And all right, now I go down to the exit stairs for the deserted island. One-way ladder. Teleport. And right now this is going to, because I had have them all heading to that basement hatch. So what I want to do now is change this so that way it's going to go to the deserted island thing. Boom. There we go. And I am going to save my project and save my scene. It's been a while since I did that. And then we're going to run it and make sure that this thing works both ways. Hey, what's the fun if I can't cause you some damage? Okay. And this thing finally loads up. And we'll check that out. And I got to repeat this on every one of the islands. I got to make one for the lighthouse, got to make one for the sandbar, and actually that's it. Because the mansion has, well, I got to make one for the mansion too. Uh, I just have to get rid of the basement hatch that's in there now. Still don't know where I'm going to put it. If anybody has any ideas, that would be fine. Definitely decided not to put it inside the house. No. And it is not clickable, which means I did something wrong. Woohoo! It's got collision though. That's always good. Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to do. I wanted to just have an overturned boat here, one of the wrecked rowboats that we have, and just make it so you click on the wrecked rowboat and that just brought you in. But there was concern that that might be confusing and that people wouldn't realize that it was a basement entrance or a dungeon entrance. So, um, but I actually have a bunch of things in my head for like for this particular scene. I want to get this asset into the game so that way players can use it as a basement entrance. And somebody had suggested actually putting like a false door on a wall, right? So you basically have a door you could put as deco against a wall, and then when you click on it, it's a teleporter that brings you into the basement. Because a lot of houses have basement doors inside them. Well, that makes sense, right? So, that type of thing. Um, Slew 100. I'm going to go down to the dungeon and see if this side is doing the same wackiness. And this actually may be the thing where I can't test this in the editor. Uh, I'm not sure why that would be, but I've run into problems in the editor testing various things like opening doors and things like that, while they work perfectly in QA. So, all right, so make myself some light. Okay, so, all right. See, this is lit up, so I must have done something wrong on that. And it brings me back there. Yay! It does everything it was supposed to do. So the only thing that's wrong is that this is not clickable, which means I did something wrong in here. Let me see if I could find, get out of the catacombs. I can't remember if I put this in the deserted island or I think that I left this at the top level. Do. All right, so, well, this is from, yeah, this is the thing that points down into there. All right, stop it. Even if I found it, if I make changes while the game is actually running per se, it's changes. Most of the changes would be temporary, and then as soon as I stop it, they just go away, and I'd have to rechange it, redo it anyway. But I suspect that I did not. Yeah, this is it here. And what I need to do is look at this. It's always comparison. Yeah, box collider, interactive teleport script. Okay. So take a look at this, and I don't think that it would have been in. I may have attached the script to the wrong level. Might have to put it down inside. Can I do that? Catacomb entrance from Deserted Isle. And this is down there. Okay. So I'm going to try this and see what happens. I think I might just attach it in the wrong spot. Why were you hoping for the not interactive and editor thing? It's just to give me a win that I did it right the first time? Ah, Yeah, but you know, this is trial and error over and over and over again. Some days I get into the swing of things and I'm banging out stuff left and right and everything's fine, but sometimes I have to go in here and go look at other things that were done and yeah, see, it's still not working. So there's a there's a bunch of possible different things I did wrong here, and one of them is mainly because this is not something that has been used as a interactive item before. I just probably don't have, I might be missing something else that has to be set up on it. So I'm going to have to compare the basement hatch in the mansion, all its different components, to the components that are assigned to this and make sure that I got it set up right. Yeah, it's I'm getting old. I constantly refer to code, go up on the internet and say, "How do I do this again?" Oh yeah, that's right. A lot of stuff that like that going on. All right, so let me see if I can find this thing while it's still running. Yeah, there it is. And there's the stuff, right? So we got a mesh renderer, box collider. So why they gave it a box instead of a cylinder, I don't know, but whatever. Interactive teleport script, that's what I added in. Now, let's see if there's something that I missed that's obvious. Player target transformation. Um, I have a feeling that this is supposed to be, I'm missing something here. There's still stuff like the interactive text, interact text that I should have something of it. So if you hover over it, it says, catacombs or something like that on it. Which again, I could change it here, but then if I stop the game, it'll delete it. So I'm not gonna change it now. Let's see if I could find the. You don't need global. Which one? Mansion. The ladder. It. Mm, it very well could. Yeah, you're right. It could. Do. As I said, that's because this thing has not been used as a teleporter before, so there's probably something I'm missing, and it's probably the game object. So, all right, so we have that. Where was I? I got distracted. Hmm, yeah, this here. So this is the basement hatch. The basement hatch works. So let's see what we got in here. Box collider. Yep, gain amenity. Yep, that's exactly going to be it. You are correct, Mr. Merrick. You are correct. So when I do that, it's going to assign it a unique ID, which I'll have to go through and save and all that crap. So stop this. Yeah, not that one. This one. Yes, this one doesn't have a nested thing in it. I always wonder about that. Why the hatch has all the scripts at the prefab level, and the sewer kit has actually a sub on it. So I don't know, but yeah, its location 000. That could be a problem. I don't. All right, I'm gonna try to give this a game object on this level. Hmm. Yeah, that doesn't look right. I don't think that's the right one. You might find turtles. I don't think they'll be the ninja type though. Game entity. This shouldn't be. It's not create. It should just be game entity. Go back down here. I'm gonna delete this thing because that's not. That's absolutely not right. Um, this. Remove. I'm looking for the word delete. I'm really wondering if this needs to be here. Oh, did I type in game object and not game entity? Well, that would be an issue. There, right. Type in the right thing, find the right script. Okay, cool. Now I just have to save, and it's going to yell at me because it's the game entity without an ID. So, and you can't see this window, but it's warning me about how I could break the game forever. And now it's reminding me to save the scene. No, but I will be doing some giveaways. I'm not doing anything now. I'm not set up for it yet. But I got to get myself organized a little bit. So if I'm going to stream, my plan right now is to stream at least once Monday or Tuesday, but maybe well, Tuesday, maybe Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll stream on Tuesday and Wednesday, and it'll be somewhere like noon to 2 Central Time on Tuesday and Wednesday. Uh, I haven't gotten my schedule set up right yet, and there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm just tweaking and getting things ready. But once I get myself into a good cycle, I'll definitely do giveaways and things. Since Chris said that I should, so I will. But hopefully I can get that done by Monday, by Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'll get those going as well. Um, Okay, so now we have our ID. Let's see if that gives us functionality. I want a steak. I'm hungry. I'm too lazy to cook though. So there you go. But it's got to be like, burnt on the edges, right? It's got to be nice and crispy. Steak itself has to be medium though. Yeah. There's nothing worse than tough meat. No, it's still not clickable. What the hell have I done wrong? I'm horrible. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm clicking, but nothing's happening. Yeah, it's probably all at the wrong level. Yeah, it's too much effort to chew, and yeah, not like that. All right, so here's the question. I'm going to move the teleporter up to the prefab where I had it originally, and I'm going to move the game entity up where I had it originally. Well, where I never had it. There. Now the stuff's there, and I'll save project. Save scene. And when it comes back, yeah, you guys can see the circle. So yeah, when you're saving the scene, it generally will come up with the little circly thing 3 times. So you gotta wait for that. But, oh boy. Well, yeah, I think it will do it, but I don't think it should have been down inside in the um inside the thing. I think it should be at the prefab level. So we'll see. Let's wait for the game to finish loading. And it's still not interactive. All right, well, enough time messing around with this. This will be a thing where I'll have to sit here and do a stare and compare between the two assets, figure out what I did wrong. I'll probably have to delete it out of the scene and put it back in, that type of thing. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you know what? I could see List Point. These trees are definitely a lot better. Not thrilled about some of the LODs though. Yeah, not too bad. All right, so well, that's about it for now. Just as I said, I'm hungry. I will go eat. Um, does anybody have any questions on the stuff that I was doing today? Anybody want to talk about anything here before I wrap things up? All right. Well, I can't help you with being hungry and sleepy. You have to do that on your own. Definitely getting closer on this thing. So I just got to figure out, well, not figure out, but actually take the time to put the trees in, and I need to get my my teleporter working. Once I got that going and finish up my dungeon, then the scene will be pretty much ready for Sanyo to go through it and tear it apart and rebuild it for me. Uh, and then that'll be it. So uh, tomorrow I'm meeting with List again to start working on stuff related to dungeon rooms. So I got there's a little bit of a spin up that I need to do. I need to go through, learn a few things about how they're done, so that way I could do that stuff. And I have a some specific questions I have for him about this scene. So, like, same thing with the trees. See if there's more variations of the tropical flora that we could put into the scene to make it a little bit more robust. And we'll go from there. See how it goes. So, um, so yeah, possibly more than possibly a marble ballroom. I don't see why not. And I just need to get into the point where I could get in there and start working on the stuff. I already have a laundry list of things. The first thing I'm planning on doing is going through the bug list for all the dungeon rooms and knock those out. So I'm going to use my training time with lists and say, okay, here's this bug, and let's, that way I learn what the situation is with that and move on. So we'll get that all fixed. So I haven't seen Justin's new place yet either. So, but all right, guys. Let's see if we could raid somebody. Let's see if I could figure out how to do this again. Figure out one trick. I just hit the back button instead of trying to figure out how to get back to the channel. And then I could go to this thing, or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it's not playing nice. Ah, okay, here we go. All right, see. Let's see who's up. All right, Serpentwine. And yeah, it doesn't look like very many people streaming right now. Serpentwine's got a be right back screen up. So I think I'm going to forego the raid today, unless you guys have anybody specific that you want me to raid. Uh, get back to the channel. There we go. All right. I'm starting to get the hang of this. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So as I said, no raid right now. We got a rerun up there, and somebody's got a be right back screen up. So don't want to send you guys into a black hole of waiting for somebody to show up. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and hopefully, hopefully I'll have some more progress to show you guys on Tuesday and or Wednesday. And by next weekend, I am hoping to actively be streaming me doing stuff with dungeon rooms. If I don't, it's because I still need to fix this up. So that'll be about it. So I will say good night and see you guys later.